Hello there, good friends of YouTube. Well, of course the internet in general. Well, as you can see here, we've got a bit of a flaw happening in this van. Quite nice. So the way in which we've done this, and a lot of people are going to disagree with us and the methods we've used, but guess what? I don't care. It works for us. So, what we've done here. On my previous video I told you how we've put the floor down when we've used a strip of stainless steel which rests on top of the a bar that I've welded onto the chassis to give the floor some quite nice rigidity. We've got a support bar in the middle where that line is. My brother's actually done. Me and my brother did this side, and my brother's actually doing this side, the other side on his own. So far, you know, I've not been able to help him. But the plan is, we pot rivet it down, as you can see, nice large head pot rivets. Doing a very good job, and we have a tiger seal running all the way around. There's a strip of rubber in the middle, as you can see, which is an old inner tube, just stretched out. It's not stretched, it's just, you know, running along. Anyway, yeah, so, as you can see along here, we've pot riveted that in. Use a lot of pot rivets because we don't want it flexing or cracking or doing whatever it does. Along the outside, it looks a little bit like this, so there's a bit of a lip, as you can see. Fluorescent tube as a batten there. A bit of that's still under seal, is it? Yeah. Oh no, it's not. It is rust. It is rust. We didn't paint anything this side. We didn't bother. We've got a bit of a hole happening here, and we've not fixed that. But we're just going to seal it up. And you can see here that we've got a nice ledge there. We could do with milling out a bit. Probably get the angle grinder on that. It's going to be a ledge where all crap sits, and we don't want that happening. I'm trying to keep away from things like that. So yeah, the actual aluminium. Sorry about the wind noise. The actual aluminium was sticky down, so to speak, tiger sealed down on both sides. So that had a nice bead of sealant around it, the tiger seal, and so did the floor. In terms of it flexing, let's have a look. It's actually quite strong. It flexes a bit in the middle here because it's not bolted down yet, but the plan is, in that gap there, we're going to drill some holes straight through the angle line which is underneath it, and it's going to be bolted down with big washers and some, I don't know, probably 13mm head bolts with big washers going through. We can actually do quite a bit with sticking out on the floor, because there's going to be insulation over the top of this. It's still going to get hosed out because it's a bit dirty in here. So we're going to jet wash this out again. And you can see there's some pot rivets sticking through there from the other side. I can live with those. We could say the insulation will, it'll just compact into the insulation. It'll work nice. I'm actually impressed by how well it's, you can see where he's drilling the holes. I'm actually impressed by how well it's, how sturdy it is. I thought it'd be a lot more flexy than this, with it not being a corrugated surface, but those extra supports have really done a wonder. And right on the edge here, it's unbelievably strong right on the edge. You put quite a bit of weight there, but all that's going to be built into a cupboard, so there's going to be no weight there anyway. I'm actually at the moment doing some work on this front wheel arch. You can see I've got just where my fingertip is there. I'll probably zoom in actually. You can see daylight through that. I've actually got the seams. There we go. Got the word right. Split apart because I'm going to. I've chipped all the rust out the seams, and I'm going to inject paint and whatnot, rust converter. Ooh, sorry, I'm still zoomed in. Rust converter into the seam. I'm not splitting the seams open. if we waterproof it all enough, it's not going to rot out anymore. 6 years in an old Fiat had the same treatment, and there's no rust at all anywhere. That's even after scraping the underseal off to inspect to see how bad the rust was underneath, and there's no rust. So if water and air can't get in there, rust can't form. So yeah, I think it's fine. We're also going to absolutely flood this thing full of Waxol. There's also, as you can see, you probably just about see that before the camera blurs out. There is a bit of a gap there. In fact, that whole thing there is a hole. And that is battery tray area, which is just behind that bulkhead, and some other stuff which is pretty rough. We've got to do that. You can see that on this side of the van there's quite a bit of rust there, and that's actually come through from the wheel arch. Thankfully not rusted out to come in holes, but it's made the metal thin. Oops, alright, there we go. And it's where the seams have split apart over time. The underseal's cracked, and I'm thinking if we use, say, something like a Waxol and things, maybe even inject tiger seal into it. It's a bit of a barge. Obviously we're going to rust proof it all first and paint it all up, then inject Waxol and tiger seal into it. It should prevent the water from coming through again and knackering up the seams. We'll see. Obviously there's a reason why the driver's side one is so bad, and it's because it's where you would put your feet as you get in and out of the van. So the strain of probably thousands of times where someone's put their weight on that area, it's caused the underseal to crack, and that's what's happened. My plan is to actually put more welds in there and stop that from happening. We'll see how it goes. Like I say, it's all in the name of modification and improving original designs. We'll see how it goes. Now around the front, let's get the bonnet open. I'm probably pressing every button on the camera doing this. Right, there we go. Around the front, we have a battery tray with a nice big hole in it. More rust, quite a lot of rust actually. We have taken off the ECU because obviously I'm going to be doing some welding around here, and we don't want the ECU getting damaged. ECU is a bit of a nightmare to get access to actually. They put it in a very interesting place, shall we say. I would prefer to relocate that. I mean, it's okay, it's, you know, it works where it is, but if it was me and I designed it, I would not have put it there. I would have put it somewhere high up and out of the way. But I mean, it's high up there, but you know, it would have been nice up here probably, you know, on its, mind you, I suppose they do have the right hand drive, left hand drive conversion, so the wipers will probably get in the way on the left hand drives. But whatever, anyway, I've done enough talking, and you guys, I know some of you guys don't like me talking a lot on my videos. Some of you guys do, some of you guys don't. So I'll get on with it now, and we'll have a tackle of this little rust here. We'll have a look.